Hello everybody, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a makeup look on this look right here. I love it so much. You can wear it out during the day if you want. Like it's not too unnatural looking. Like I love this eyeshadow colour. I think it makes my eyes pop. I love it so much, and I love the lipstick too. Obviously I decided to go with a nude lip because I didn't want to take anything away from the eye look, because I just think it's beautiful. So I really hope you like it, and if you want to see how I achieved this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to start with the eyes. As always, I'm just going to grab a clip that back. Ouch. I am going to prime my eyelids using this GeeNBeauty concealer. Sometimes I don't even bother priming my eyelids, but you know. And just blend it in. I always just use my fingers, but if you want to use a brush, use a brush. I'm going to set it now using the powder I'm going to set my face with, and this is the Manhattan Clear Face powder. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of it and just make sure it's dry enough for shadows to go on. I am going to use the Makeup Revolution Fortune Favours the Brave palette. I love this palette so much. I think this was made in collaboration with British beauty blogger, I think is her name, she goes by. But this palette, like, she did such an amazing job. Like, look, it's just a palette that is so versatile. Oh, I love it. She did amazing. So I'm going to take a blending brush and just, whoopsie, just, I might do like an olive kind of green smoky eye. So I'm just going to take this colour here as like a transition for the eye and just run it through the crease. See, transition shades aren't really supposed to be that natural because they're basically there to help all the other colours blend out. Do you know? So it's okay that you can barely see it. That's the point. You don't want to make it too obvious. This is actually going to be a really simple look today. It's just, I think I'm just going to go with 2 or 3 colours. So, simple enough. I am going to go in with this green here. Then I might go in with this. But I'll start with the kind of olive green here. I'm just going to put that olive green all over my eyelid. If I can find an eyeshadow brush. Just picking the colour onto the brush, and I'm just going to oh, that colour is beautiful. I think this kind of olive green, I think, goes with any eye colour. Makes any eye colour pop, I think. And I just have to go a wee bit higher because my eyes are hooded. So I just have to go a wee bit more out because whenever I open my eyes, you can't really see it, so that's why I just go a wee bit further out. No point in going to all this bother and then opening your eyes and nobody being able to see your lovely eyeshadow. So I just do like a kind of variety of sweeping and packing on the colour and then sweeping upwards. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of Fix Plus on the brush. Sorry, very noisy. Just to kind of make the look a bit more metallic. I'm just going to grab the shadow. Just apply. See, I can kind of do the swipe motions because the brush isn't that wet. Like, the brush barely got touched with the Fix Plus. Whereas if the brush was wet, like if you wanted a really kind of metallic look, you wouldn't be able to swipe because it would make the eyeshadow like really muddy and it just would be a hot mess. So now I'm going to blend again. I'm going to use the brush we started with. It's already got the green on it, so I'm just going to go back into that transition colour and just put it through the top of the colour so that it blends it out nicely and there's no harsh lines and everything's lovely. Do you see? And then we're just going to grab a clean blending brush and we are just going to blend it all out. Make sure the tops are blended. And so I'm going to go in with this darker olive here just for the outer corners, just to kind of, so you just grab a wee bit on the brush and just dab here and just put upwards into the crease. Just gives it a tiny bit more definition and makes it look a bit smokier. Do you know, like, but that needs to be blended. So I'm just going to go back in and blend that now again. Just to make sure everything is blended. So now I'm just going to grab the eyeliner and go along the top lash line. See? And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab a wee pencil brush and I'm going to go in with that olive colour again that we put all over the lid. And I'm just going to smoke it out so it looks like there's definition but there's not like a clear line of liner, you know. So what you do now is you just take a wee bit more of that olive and just make sure to blend it out. Just going to grab this kind of gold eyeliner. I think I got this off eBay. I'm just going to put some on the waterline. I don't think it's very pigmented. Oh, it is pigmented. Cool. I'll probably put more on the waterline whenever I'm finishing the lower lash line. So now I might start with my face. I'm just going to start with the Smashbox Primer Water and just and I am going to be using the Revlon PhotoReady Airbrush Effect Foundation, but it is a tiny bit too dark for me, so I'm going to put some moisturiser in along with it to kind of help brighten it and so it doesn't look as noticeable, I suppose. And I'm just mixing it up now, the wee concoction in my hand. And that should help and brighten it. It did actually brighten it a good bit. It's just I used quite a chunky moisturiser and maybe I shouldn't have because it took a good bit longer to to mix it all together. So I am going to use this paddle brush. I actually got this off eBay. Got like a set off eBay. Because these brushes are very popular at the minute. But like, I just honestly would not, I actually refuse to give like €80 for a brush. But that's just me. Like, there's plenty of people out there that would pay that for a brush and wouldn't think twice, and that's grand for them. Like, it's everybody's own personal opinion, but I just wouldn't. So the brushes off eBay are fine to me. Like, I really like these brushes. They're good. Like, they do the job and they blend well and everything, so I like them. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with concealer again. I'm just going to use the GeeNBeauty concealer. I got it in the wrong shade. I wasn't looking what I was doing. I just, when I actually, whenever I'm shopping, I don't really like shopping, so I try to be as quick as I possibly can, and then I mess up because I get the wrong stuff. I'm not paying attention to what I'm actually doing, so I mess up. So it's the wrong shade, but sure, it still does the job. Like, it's still a really good concealer. Whenever I go back to Penny's, I'll get one that is my actual shade. Now that isn't too bad. Like, that's a medium shade. It's not too bad at all. But I'd like to see the light one, how that does. Right, so I am going to set my face with the Manhattan Clear Face powder. And just dab it on, and then when it's on, just swipe it and work it into your skin. This brush is from Penny's. It's a duo brush. I use this for blush and this for powder. It's brilliant. It's really handy. Like, if you're going out and you want to bring a brush that does blush and powder at the same time, so you don't have like a pile of brushes in your bag for going out. Handy. So next is bronzer. I'm going to go in with this Bourjois Délice de Poudre. I probably didn't say that right. I really like this. I actually won this in an Instagram giveaway, Sparkle Stacey 80s account, so thank you. I love it so much. And I am just going to put this kind of on the perimeters of my face, like on my cheekbones and on my temples and stuff. I love it. It's really nice. It's going to be so nice for summertime, I think. It smells so good as well. Just put it on my forehead and put it down here as well. So yes, and next is going to be blush. I'm just going to use the Cindy Lou Maniser for blush. It's a bit dark for a highlight, so I just use it for either bronzer or blush, but I've been starting to use it a lot more for blush. So I just take a bit and wipe it on the apples of my cheeks and then sweep upwards. See, with the eyes being so kind of such a unique colour, I don't want to go too mad with the blush, you know. So now I'm going to go in with highlighter. I'm going to use the Essence Beauty Beats highlighter. This was actually from a trend edition ages ago, and I love it. Just putting it on the tops of my cheekbones and kind of blending it out at the same time. I'm actually going to highlight my inner corners because I always forget, like always, every video I've done I've forgotten to highlight my inner corners. I'm just going to pick up a bit with my finger and just dab it on the inside of the eye right on the tear duct. Kind of blend with your finger, then just apply it and kind of blend outwards. And I need to do my brow bone. And the brow bone highlight is important because although it's highlighting the brow bone, it also kind of, if the shadows are up a bit high, it also helps kind of blend them out as well. So brow highlight is essential to Eileen anyway. I'm going to take this foundation off my hand. I always do that. Use my hand as like a mixing plate. And I am going to go in with the Wet n Wild Brow Kit for brows. I'm just going to pick up the darkest shade and just fill in the brows and kind of line the outside of them, make them look a bit cleaner looking. And fill in all the sparse bits. Try not to pick up too much product if you're using the Wet n Wild Brow Kit. Try not to pick up too much product because it's very, very pigmented. Like a little goes a long way. When I got this at the start, I was like, and put it on my brows and I was like, holy crap, this is not going to work. So then at the very end I just do a tiny bit at the top there to kind of, to fill in this part here, because I kind of seem to always forget about that part. But just do the exact same thing with this brow. Try to do the exact same thing. You know yourself, days you just can't get them right. What is it called? A bad brow day or something. So there we are. And I am going to go in with the NYX brow gel, Queen of the Brows it's called, or something. That's obviously a dupe for the Benefit Give Me Brow. So is the Essence one. I actually prefer the Essence one, but this is really good as well. So there we are now, that's brows done. I am going to curl my lashes and then do mascara. So I'm going to use the Essence Wild Lashes Volume Mascara. And I'm just going to coat the lashes with 1 or 2 coats of this. I always put mascara on my eyeshadow. I'm not gonna bother with false eyelashes, it's just not me. Oh, I was gonna actually put mascara on the bottom, but I'm gonna finish off the eyes first. I forgot to finish off the eyes. I'm gonna take the pencil brush and I am going to take the colour we used all over our lid. I'm just gonna blend that, place it on the lower lash line and blend it out then with the brush. And then I'm actually going to go on with the transition shade then and just make sure everything's blended, just a tiny bit of it. And just see, it could literally only take 2 seconds to put eyeshadow on your bottom lashes, but the difference it makes is brilliant. Like, it makes it look far more smoky and far more intense in my opinion. So I'm just going to do one more coat of mascara. And now I'm going to go on to the lips. I'm not even going to use a lip liner. I'm just going to go in with this NYX High Voltage in, I don't know the name of it, where's the name? Stone. So it's kind of like a cool kind of nude, it's nice. So here is the finished look. I really hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe and tell your friends, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.